Delton AR15. Delton's a great company. They've been around for a while. They make a lot of mil-spec type AR platform rifles, AR platform weapons. Mil-spec is one of those terms that's basically quantity and quality, the balance of quantity and quality. Like U.S. government, U.S. doesn't build their AR-15s. U.S. government contracts civilian companies to build weapons, and they purchase X amount of number from a company or multiple companies. So mil specs basically, we need to arm a million plus people, a million plus soldiers with these weapons, and at a certain price point, they have certain bells and whistles and quality standards, and at a certain price point to where it doesn't break the budget. So this is pretty about as standard as it gets for. In fact, I had a talk to someone who's was in the, I think it's the U.S. Army. I think it was Army, and he saw this. He says, "Yeah, other than the add-on carry handle I did, his had a little flip up side, but he says, yeah, this is pretty much what he has, other than not having the full auto. This is pretty much trigger pull. Everything was pretty much what he remembers having when he was, I believe it was in Iraq. I think it was Iraq or Afghanistan, but I think it was Iraq. This is in the 90s. Anyway, so this weapon is clear, as you can see. In fact, you see the orange follower on the mag. Funny thing, also has the telescoping rear, butt stock. Funny thing is, those who are larger frame people or larger people who say they can't shoot AKs because the butt stock's too short. This in its maximum length out is the same amount of pull as an AK. Your rear sight and front sight, it's the same distance as an AK also. So yeah, those who don't like AKs because they think the sights are too short and the stock's too short, an AR-15 and AKM is pretty much the same. Yeah, the same dimensions for most part. Now, where the AR for sure just outshines the AK is ergonomics. For one thing, you have in your ARs, you do have a last round bolt hold open, and you pull the mag out and the bolt stays open. Unlike your AK, you have certain AK mags that will hold the bolt open, but once you pull the mag out, the bolt slams home. But where the AK sort of doesn't shine, and the AR does shine, is your ergonomics. I mean, all your switches are, you have your safety. So when you're holding, you have your safety on your thumb. Your finger's always right here, so it's in the right location. Your mag release is right here. In fact, once you fire your last round and that mag holds open, all you got to do is insert a new mag, reach your thumb right here, and that closes the bolt and loads the first round. So yeah, it's unlike an AK, this weapon here, if I lose one arm, I could probably still make it function. I mean, I could. An AK, your charging handle is always on this side here. Well, the charging handle is here on the AR. It's on this side. So you got to rack it back, and to unlock the mag, you got a little thumbstick here, and then crack it down, and you have to rack another one in there. So it's a lot of things just aren't. Once you load the mag in there, you have this paddle here. This also acts as your bolt hold open. You pull the charger handle back and press this, and it holds the bolt open. So yeah, the AR has a lot of bells and whistles that the AK doesn't have. But then also, the Soviet Union, they weren't contracting companies to build their AKs. The Soviet Union had each, like Russia, Romania, Poland, each Soviet state had a state-owned factory that spit these out. So the Soviet Union themselves built their own AKs, versus having having companies contract and sell them the AKs basically. What else? Other than that, yeah, it's just pretty much it's the bird cage, front sight. Recoil on the thing is nil. It's fires 5.56 or 223. I've had no problem with this at all. In fact, it's looking pretty gritty, pretty dirty because I haven't cleaned it because I wanted to know how much I can shoot it without cleaning it. I don't know how many thousands I'm into this already, but yeah, I haven't cleaned it, and it's looking gritty in there. I mean, it's hard to really tell with the light, but yeah, it's looking gritty. But yeah, so far have had no problems with misfeeding, no stovepipes, no stuck grounds in the chamber or anything. You know, that's one thing about ARs I've heard of is I've shot this brass case, steel case, but I've heard of people firing off around, and has a little gas system. Yeah, that's your gas tube right there. Little stainless steel gas tube. Mine's sort of a rainbow color because it's gotten hot a couple times. But yeah, I've heard people squeezing the trigger, the bolt cycles, and instead of ejecting your round, the round stays in the barrel, stays in the chamber, and they have to get a brass rod or a wooden dowel or whatever and pop it out, knock it out that way. Or yeah, I haven't had that problem yet. Again, I fired kind of nice ammo, cheap ammo, steel case ammo, brass ammo, whatever. So let's go down to the range, put some holes on paper, and see how we do. I'll probably hit about 200 rounds because I buy my range stuff, and bulk packs are like 200 rounds. So I'll probably still shooting some 5.56 green tips probably because I get that like 200 rounds for like $100 something. So it's pretty somewhat affordable. I buy them a couple packs at a time. Anyway, let's go down to the range and put some holes in the paper. Let's send that bolt home. So today is 100 yards. I'm shooting 200 rounds. It's a pack of Winchester M855 green tips. These are some green tip ammo. They are 62 grains at 3,060 feet per second. So yeah, I'm like I said, I'm more of an AK guy. I love shooting AKs. Back in the day, the AKs were cheap. I mean, you can get a decent AK for $350, $400, while your ARs were at that time well over $1,000 a rifle. And now, and 15 years later, pretty much, your average AK is hitting $1,000 or more. And your average AR, I can go on Bud's Guns right now and find a Delton for sometimes is on sale for under $500. So yeah, but on average AR, I can now find for like $500, $450, $500, $16 within that ballpark. Just hit that bolt release, and so yeah, it's a lot easier than or a lot more organized than AK. An AK, I would either have to reach over or under and engage the bolt and to load that round, or take my hand off the grip and trigger and charge it. The AR, once you insert that mag, your thumb, your hands are in the right position. Just point that thumb up and press release, and it's. I'm not sure if it was designed that way or just accidentally all worked lined up. I don't know. But everything on AR seems to be, again, either purposely or accidentally put in the right location. Yeah, the recoil is pretty much nothing. The only recoil really feeling is the bolt basically cycling and the buffer tube, kind of countering the bolt. Other than that, just regular recoil. Here's the ergonomics right here. Pointing finger ejects mag. New mag goes in, and there, thumb up and press it and then go. It's I'm sure there's those who could load AKs just as fast, but ARs, I mean, just out of the box, that's fast. Maybe one day I'll do it. See if I can do a video on just how fast I can load an AR and versus AK. See if I can find a way to time it. If there's a little right there by the ejection port, there's a little angled knob sticking out that sort of attached to the side of the receiver. That's the brass deflector. And really, the rounds head out, hit that deflector, and sort of it flings the brass off at like at a 45-degree angle, sort of out the side and ahead of you. Pretty cool little you know, it's a simple little tool, but it deflects the brass. So it's not flying out directly out behind you or outside of you. Yeah, the ghost ring sights is I have something. Every time I pick this up and shoot it, I have to sort of get used to how they function. I mean, ghost ring sights are pretty simple. You just put that front sight, put that front sight in the middle of that little ghost ring in the back, and put that on target and go for it. But I shoot my AKs so often that once I grab my AR, I have to sort of train myself to use a sight that way. I also got to train myself because a lot of times I'll grab this AR and the first thing I want to do is I want to go over there and charge it. You can grab a charging handle that doesn't exist, or lock a mag out that doesn't have a unlock mag. So a lot of times this time out wasn't bad, but I've been out there a few times and I try to operate my AR like an AK and I make a fool of myself sometimes. But, a couple mags in. Here's that smooth AR reload. Yeah, I think it's sort of funny for the AKs. You had the SKS. SKS has a bolt hole open, built into the rifle, and I've sort of wondered why the AK, which came out after the SKS, why the AK was never incorporated with any kind of bolt hole open. And it could seem to be the streamlining of production and bringing the cost down, more likely. Maybe one of these days I'll put an optic on it. I found on Amazon it was a bootleg Chinese-made ACOG, and I'm sort of curious to see how good it works. Maybe I'll buy one of those and stick it on there and see if it'll zero. So let's see how we did at 100 yards. So that's oh, good grief! I'm not happy with this. I'm really not. The AR is supposed to be the sort of the pinnacle of weapons. I mean, supposed to outshoot AK. But I'm not too happy with this, honestly. And again, this is probably all me because again, I'm not as proficient with the ghost ring sights as I am with the AK sights. But it compares it with my SKS, or the AKM MD65. Even my 9130, that's ancient. Can outshoot this. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and do something. I want to bring my my Serbian M90 out. It's chambered in 5.56. It's an AK in 5.56, and I want to redo this using open sights on that. And then I'm going to go back out with the my Delton, and see if I can tighten that group up, because that, it looks like someone got a 12 gauge at 10 yards and pumped a couple rounds of number 9 shot. So yeah, I'm gonna get my get some little training and try to tighten those groups up a little bit. So we'll call this part 1 of the Delton AR-15.